Can you solve all these Class 10 English Supplementary Chapter 9, the book that saved the Earth questions? How do we get oxygen? Excellent. Trees is a brilliant choice.
Captain of the crew was. Nice work. You chose Omega and it is correct. Name the capital of Mars.
You chose Marsopolis, and it is correct.
The author is Clara Boyko.
Great job. False is the accurate answer.
Who was great and mighty? Well picked. Think tank is the correct answer. What is the rank of Yota? Nicely done. Lieutenant is a solid answer. Who tasted the sandwich?
Good thinking. Oop is the right answer. Zulus are from New Zealand.
Right again. False is a valid answer.
Think tank's head was Dash. Good job. Huge, egg-shaped works well here.
Who was the ruler of Mars? Exactly. Think tank makes sense. The invaders were from Dash.
Well reasoned. Mars is the correct choice.
The story is set in the Dash. Clear logic. Your choice future is sound. What are the invaders called?
Valid point. Martian is true.
How many moons does Mars have?
Correct response. 2 is the most accurate answer.
Synonym of peevishly is irritably.
Great thinking. True is the right choice.
Who was the deputy of think tank?
Strong choice. Noodle is the right answer.
Think tank refers to Earth as Dash.
Sharp thinking. All of the above is the right choice.
Who suggests that the book is a hat? You got it! Your choice OP is right! In the end, think tank is replaced by
On track. Noodle is the correct answer.
Why did think tank smack the mirror?
Solid response. The mirror answered slowly is a valid choice.
What did think tank mistake books for? Well done. Sandwich is the right choice. In which century did the invasion occur? Nice selection. 21 is the correct and valid answer. What does think tank consider the books?
Excellent choice. All of the above is the right answer.
What did think tank think books were for?
Perfect. Eating is the correct choice.
At the end, who is replaced for think tank? Smart move. Noodle is an accurate answer.
She was fond of the American national anthem. Right choice. False is the best answer. Seen to the place is the Dash Public Library. Smart pick. Centerville is the correct choice.
How did they find codes inside the sandwich? Bravo. Through eye communication is the answer. Finally, who decides not to invade the Earth?
You're right. Think tank is the correct answer.
Who is ordered to eat the book by think tank? Correct. Sergeant Oop is the right answer. Who was the lieutenant of the spacecraft crew? On track, Ota is the correct answer.
The Martians tried to invade the Earth in dash.
Solid response. 2040 is a valid choice. What was a sandwich according to think tank? Perfect. Book is the correct choice.
What is the present time according to the story?
Nice selection. 25th century is the correct and valid answer.
Who is the poet-poetess of the poem The Trees?
Good thinking. Adrienne Rich is the right answer.
Who is the most intelligent among the following?
You're right. Noodle is the correct answer.
Which of the following words describe think tank?
Smart pick. Bossy, foolish, and cowardice is the correct choice.
Who included the crew of the Martian spacecraft?
Exactly. All of the above makes sense. Name the book of nursery rhymes which saved Earth. Good job. Mother Goose works well here. What was the name of the Sargent spacecraft crew? You chose Ope, and it is correct.
Where do the Martians arrive on Earth in the play?
Excellent. Centerville Public Library is a brilliant choice.
What is the profession of the lady telling a story?
Great job. Historian is the accurate answer.
The story, the book that saved the Earth, is set in.
Valid point. 25th century is true.
What does think tank mistakenly interpret a book as? Well reasoned. A sandwich is the correct choice.
It is similar in human beings and trees. What is it? Well done. Growth is the right choice.
What do the Martians eat in order to read the books?
Correct. Vitamins is the right answer. What is the most important for human beings to breathe? Right again. Oxygen is a valid answer.
In the poem the tree poet-poetess is talking about?
Excellent choice. All of the above is the right answer. Where did the Martians go after evacuating the planet? Well picked. Alpha Centauri is the correct answer. Which ridiculous little planet is being talked about? Strong choice. Earth is the right answer.
Which of the following rhymes scared think tank the most?
Great thinking. Humpty Dumpty is the right choice. You haven't heard about the Martian invasion of Dash.
Nicely done.
2040 is a solid answer. At first, what did Noodle suggest that the books were for? Nice work. You chose hearing and it is correct. Who tried to invade the Earth in the 21st century? Correct response. Martians is the most accurate answer.
Who was the commander-in-chief of the Mars Space Control?
Right choice. Think tank is the best answer. In which year was the Martian invasion on the Earth planned? Bravo. 2040 is the answer. Who is the writer of the play, The Book That Saved the Earth? Sharp thinking. Claire Boyko is the right choice.
Lieutenant Ota thought that the library was some sort of dash.
Smart move. Storage barn is an accurate answer.
What is the sandwich used for on Earth, according to Noodle?
You got it. Your choice communication is right.
Trees protect hope of a nation dash. What is a hope of a nation?
Clear logic. Your choice children is sound. What is the name of the famous children's rhymes book in the play?
Strong choice. Mother Goose is the right answer.
In the nursery rhyme, Hey diddle diddle the dash jumped on the moon. You chose cow, and it is correct. Who are the main Martian characters in the play besides Think Tank?
You're right. Omega, Captain Kirk, Noodle is the correct answer. Now the Earthlings have taught the Martians difference between dash. Perfect. Sandwiches and books is the correct choice.
In which century does the play The Book That Saved the Earth start?
Clear logic. Your choice 25th century is sound.
According to Think Tank's decoding, which animal can fly on the Earth?
Correct response. Cow is the most accurate answer.
Dash is a character in a Dash book which was confused with Think Tank. Great thinking. Humpty Dumpty song is the right choice. In the second instance, what did Noodle suggest that the books were for?
Smart move. Reading is an accurate answer.
Where does Think Tank order his crew to evacuate to at the end of the play?
You got it? Your choice Alpha Centauri is right.
What does Think Tank initially think the books in the library are used for?
Well done. Eating is the right choice. They are extremely useful for human beings as well as birds. What are they? Exactly, trees make sense. Poets and writers have described it in literature. It's also known for its beauty. Good job. The moon works well here. What is the place according to the Think Tank where they are about to take a refuge? Great job. Crude refreshment stand is the accurate answer.
What do the Martians think the purpose of the book is after taking the vitamin pills?
On track. Communication with eyes is the correct answer. According to the historian in the play, which century is named the era of the book? Excellent. 20th century is a brilliant choice. What do the Martians think the Earthlings have discovered from the nursery rhymes in the book? Smart pick. Agriculture and mining is the correct choice. Naturally. That was my next point. These are actually communication sandwiches. Who said this? Good thinking. Think Tank is the right answer. Had a great fall. That means they plan to capture Mars Central Control and me. Who said this? Correct. Think Tank is the right answer. What is the name of the character who considers himself the most powerful and intelligent among the Martians? Well picked. Mighty Chief Think Tank is the correct answer. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format? Nice selection. Contact Narayan Changdar on Facebook is the correct and valid answer.